So this video is a few weeks old, but I wanted to share it because it's some things that were changed that I had talked to you guys about. So I had mentioned in a video before that I wanted to give the soil in this herb planter to my chickens. So that's what I'm doing here. I don't think I'm going to use this raised planter this year. I just can't picture it right now of how I would use it and where I would put it, because I want to take the space that it was in and then add a little seating area there this year. I don't know. I mean, I might use it, I might not. And I also considered giving it away because I don't know. It's just not doing it for me anymore. So we'll see. But for now, I'm just going to hang on to it until I can figure out what I want to do with it. But it's really easy to grow in. I did have an issue with it holding water. I pulled the plug of it because it has a plug that you can release the water. And that soil stayed soggy for so long. So I don't know. This year I have a lot of raised bed gardening space that I might just put this in the garage and store it. But the chickens sure appreciate it. They love digging into anything. Leaves. I'll put in spent plants in there and they will like tear it all apart. They love it. It's their favorite thing for me to bring stuff in there for them. Since this video, I have rehomed one of my roosters, Chippy, and he's right there. You see him. He's got the copper around his neck. There's Turbo with the black chest. He's still here, but Chippy went to a new home with new ladies. And then I also have eggs in my incubator right now from my silky naked neck that you see on the right there next to Toasty, and then May May, which is our Ciearra hen, next to Chippy, in between Chippy and Turbo. So I have their eggs in the incubator. They are set to hatch tomorrow, so they'll probably hatch over the next 24, 48, 36 hours, but I'm really excited about that. So this is where I'm put the herb planter for now. Let's move on. I mentioned in a video about my chickens that I was trying out the deep litter method this winter, and all in all, I'll say that it did okay. The purpose of doing deep litter is to, at least for me, the composting process will warm up the space. So I was hoping with the composting in place in their coop that it would help keep them warm over winter, and I really feel like it did that. I did have a rooster, Turbo, that did have a little bit of frostbite on his comb, and that could just be from moisture buildup in the coop. So you want to make sure that your chickens are protected from cold winds and drafts, but that doesn't mean that the coop can't still get moist inside, and that's what I believe happened. I believe moisture probably built up on the top, and he might have gotten like dripped on, or he might have just, been warm, but somehow he got a little bit of frostbite, and it's so small. Like, he's fully healed from it now, but at first I just felt so bad because I felt like I was doing everything to protect him, and he still got frostbite, and that is painful. So I just really felt bad about that. But usually with smaller chickens, so like, bantams seem to do okay out in the winter with winter protection, but the Ciearras, they may, if you're considering them as a breed to add to your flock, if you're in a colder zone like me, you might want to have some added heat or bring them indoors for winter. So I'm so happy to get my coop cleaned out, because adding in that bedding, it just got so tall that My birds couldn't even roost on their roosting bar. And I feel like roosting is very, I mean, I know that they're okay not roosting, but I feel like roosting is such an important part of being a chicken. Like, they love to roost. So I wanted to give that opportunity back to them. Plus, I had some chickens who were sleeping in the nesting boxes because of this. So hopefully having this cleared out will get the chickens back on the roosting bar and out of the nest boxes, because when they sleep in the nest boxes, they poop in the nest boxes. And if you have dirty nest boxes, you have dirty eggs. Now, your eggs can be cleaned, you know, that's not a big deal, but all in all, you want your nest boxes to be pretty clean. Now, chickens can walk around and have dirt on their feet and go lay an egg and get dirt on their eggs. It happens, but I like to keep my nest boxes as clean as possible, and I like to keep my coop pretty clean. What I love about the Nestera coop is that, as you can see, I can scrape it out, I can hose it out, I can wipe it out, and, you know, dry it out easily because it's plastic. It can air dry really quickly, whereas with wood, you know, you have the wetness and the moisture will soak into that wood and stay moist for a while. I don't really want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with having to repaint or reseal wood. I just think, for me, I haven't been a chicken owner for super long, but you know, I want the thing that's easiest for me, the thing that's gonna make it less overwhelming as an owner. And for me, that's having a chicken coop that is easy to clean. Nothing against wood coops. I think there are some absolutely gorgeous, stunning wood coops, and I do have 2 wood coops in my garage that I will use at some point. But right now in my chicken journey, this plastic coop is where it's at for me. I'm also loving these reusable nest pads. You can hose them off, you know, smack off the dirt, dust, whatever. I love them. I'll do a more deeper cleaning of my coop once the temperature warms up. I don't really want to spray things down with water, especially when the nights are still getting cold. Right now, the important thing to me was just getting out the deep litter. And what I did with the deep litter was I spread it on the back of my flower beds, because some of it was not, I can see the composting process started in there, but it wasn't fully composted, so it's not going to be usable for your plants. So I just added it to the back of my garden bed. It can continue composting down. Now, my bedding of choice for my chickens is coffee grounds. I've been using this probably since the start of using the Nestera coop. I believe I used wood shavings, you know, initially with this coop, but then switched to coffee grounds. I love the coffee grounds because, one, they're easy to clean. You can scoop it like cat litter, and then it doesn't really, for me, it doesn't really hold a smell. It smells like stale, almost like stale coffee, because it's already been like used. Now, you can use whatever you want in your coop bedding. You can use leaves, those are free. You can use mulch, whatever you want, whatever is within your price range that you feel like works for you. This is what works for me. This is what I like to use. And if I don't feel like scooping it, I'll just dump the coffee grounds into the compost bin, and it's just such a simple process. I feel like it keeps the coop cleaner, whereas the wood chips can get, you know, kind of wet and moist. So the coffee grounds work for me. So now I'm just putting the back onto this, and we are about done. I have loved the Nestera coop. I don't have very many bad things to say about it. It works for me. It works for my chickens.
Hi, Marge. Hi, Marge. What is that, Marge?
your coffee grounds, huh? You ready to do the egg? You ready to do the egg, Marge? Yeah. Hi, Marge. Hi, Marge. Let me know if you have any questions about the Nestera coop, about keeping chickens, or any questions that, arise from this video. I'm happy to answer those. If you want to email me, you're welcome to do so, and I can answer your questions there. Happy chicken keeping. Bye.